Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple.
Thank you so much for joining me today for my update for the 40 bags in 40 days challenge. I'm doing that along with Sara from The Silver Lining, and she invited me and a few other ladies to do it along with her. I will have a link in the description box below for each of their channels so you can check them out and see their update videos as well. Last week's video was almost finished. I just didn't have the intro, and I didn't have a poem, and I didn't have a voice, so I couldn't finish it. But I did have the actual, I did 7 bags, and I had that all completed, so you will see that today. And also, you will see the bags number 8 through 14. Let me know in the comments if you are doing this challenge along with us. You don't have to have started before. You can start right where you're at today. You do not have to do a bag per day. It's just do 40 by the end of the 40 days. So you can start right where you're at today and do as many bags as you want to each day and catch up if you feel like you're behind. So anyway, let's get to it. If you've got something that you want to declutter along with me, grab your stuff and come on, and we'll do this together.
I'm pretty sure I can find a few things on this shelf that I don't need. Things that I've had for a while and have not used. For instance, these. Let me see if I can grab these down. Got the table right here behind me, so I'm just going to grab them out real quickly here. Got some of these things, but you know, I was gonna make some candles or something, I think, but I didn't. And I've had this stuff for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, maybe. I don't really remember. I even had the beeswax, but I'm not gonna use all this stuff, so I'm going to let it all go. These are going to be the bags that I use for my 40 bags in 40 days. That way I am letting go of these bags that we have not been using, and I'm also letting go of some of the smaller clutter items around my house. And this is bag number 1. For day 2, I am going to consolidate some of this Windex. See, these 2 are not very full, and that way I can declutter at least one of these. We don't use this, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this out and let go of this bottle as well. And that takes care of bag number 2. For bag number 3, I see a couple more things that I'm not using. I'm going to go see if I can find something else that I can fit in this bag. Maybe fill it up a little bit better. You hear that? It's almost empty, so I'm going to pour what's left in this down my drain and make it smell nice or whatever it's supposed to do. And then that can be the rest of what I have for bag number 3. For day 4, I decided to put these little fresh things into this container. I actually had 2 of these. I decluttered some the other day. There were 2 of these instead of 1. Well, I'm going to see if they'll fit in there, and if that will work, I'm going to use this one. And then these boxes can be what goes into this. Now, I don't know if they're going to fit. Oh my goodness, are they not going to fit? Maybe if I smash them. If I smash them down. Let's see. Might be too many. Let's see. Hopefully that's going to work, because that's what I want to be my bag number 4. Yep, that's going to work. So that is my bag number 4. Got 3 more to go for the first week. This bottle of Pine Sol is almost empty, so I'm going to use that up, and then that can be for my bag number 5. For day 6, I am decluttering this bottle of carpet cleaner. It's from back in 2016. I didn't really like the job that it did in the first place, but we've not used it anymore. And I'm not sure it's even safe for pets, really. I mean, I know it says it's for pets, but I'm not really sure. But since it didn't work and it's old, it probably would not be very effective. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. For day 6, I had a bottle of carpet cleaner solution. For day 7, I have another bottle. We did not use this one at all, and I know we've had it for a really long time. So I'm going to go ahead and let it go, because just like the other one, it loses its effectiveness on your carpets, but also I'm not really too sure it's safe for my cats. Hey, Bubby. For this week's set of bags, I decided to go through my music books. I'm not really ready to let go of any of those yet, but I did find a bunch of stuff mixed in with the music books that I am ready to let go of. This should be interesting because I actually filled these bags up, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I don't remember what's in them. I didn't actually record what I put into each bag, and I don't have numbers on them yet. So we're going to find out together. I put the numbers on each of the bags. Now I'm just going to pull out the stuff from each bag and see if I can remember why I put those particular items in that particular bag. I'm thinking I maybe did categories or something as I went through the things, but I really don't know. There's nothing else in here. So these are kind of like books, but they're not music books. So maybe that's why I put those together. I don't know. But this is a little doll record book, and this one is about basic carpentry, obviously. So those are in my bag number 8, and getting them back in the bag could prove a little more difficult with one hand. So what we're going to do is we're just not going to do that. I think I'll put this in and it'll go. Okay, that'll go there, and then we'll just put that in, and then I'll put that when I have both hands. Okay, that way you don't have to sit there and watch me try to do that. Look and see, make sure there's nothing personal. These are papers. Papers, and there's a pencil. It says, Jesus, Lord of Promises. But I know the eraser is really gone on it, so that's why I put it in here. I'm not going to be using it, but just a bunch of little papers in there. So, that in there. And then this one looks like maybe some office supply things. These little dividers and some envelopes. They're very yellowed, and some index cards, really big ones. But stuff I'm not going to be using. I have plenty of this stuff, so I don't need to keep the ones that are like old and yellow looking. So I'm sure that's why I decided to let those go instead of putting them with office supplies. And then here we have another book. This one says Cheaper and Better. And then here's some folders. Oh, and here's an old calendar. This was from back when I used to sell Tupperware. It was, what year was this from? It was from, where's the date? I mean, which year? Can't find it. I can't find it. You would think that would be like really obvious somewhere, wouldn't you? For a calendar. 1981. Okay. So a calendar from 1981. I don't need to keep it. And just put that back in there. It's going in easily. Only the one bag was being a little stubborn. And then here it looks like we have some paper. This is back from the days when printers had those little holes in them. This stuff's been around for a while, and you can kind of tell because it's yellow, but looks like it's all just paper. Somebody might want to use that for scrap paper or something. And then here it looks like we have, it's just a bunch of more paper. This is lined paper. Looks like maybe that's all it is, but again, I have plenty, so I'm sure that's why I decided I don't need to keep a bunch of yellow paper around. And then it looks like some little books.
maybe this one has some of those little sayings or poems or something in it. This one is something to do with knitting, crocheting, some Bible stories, skincare, so just some more of that type of stuff down in there. So all of that stuff was just in between my music books, and that's a lot of stuff. That was taking up quite a bit of space. You can kind of tell. And I'll be honest with you, if I had not been doing this challenge, if I had not been doing the 40 bags in 40 days, and had I not challenged myself to do little clutter, I probably wouldn't even have peeked in those books because they weren't taking up extra space, really. I mean, they were not taking up space I needed to use for something else at this point in time. But I'm going to show you over here. Let me turn right around here and look at this. Because I cleared out all that stuff from in between the books, they were here and up in here. And because I was able to clear out the stuff from in between, and then I consolidated some of them down to here, I actually cleared out this area here in this shelf. And this is stuff that my husband's going to go through. But now all of those books that I had, and they had been in some cardboard boxes down here sitting in my floor, but now they're all just here. And when I am ready to go through them, it'll be easy for me to do. And you can see now all the rest of those shelves are empty, but I can put things on them if I want to as I continue with my decluttering. You can see I still have some of the stuff from when I was in college down here on these bottom shelves, and eventually I do want to move that out and go through those a little bit more. But I've been going through the rest of this stuff as well, so it is getting better. And the other thing that doing this challenge and doing it with the little clutter, it gave me the motivation to start going through some of my cleaning things. I wasn't sure how I was going to approach that, but because I decided to do little clutter, I have started working on that, and without any pressure to do a major go through of it all. I don't have to go through all of it. I don't have to make big decisions. At this point, I was just getting rid of the riffraff stuff, and in the process, I've been able to kind of sort it a little bit, not just over here, but also over here on this side as well. Now, you might not be able to tell a whole lot, especially if you've not been following this process, but this was a lot more filled up. And so even though some of what I cleared out of there are just empty bottles, it still was excess in the shelves. And so getting rid of some of that excess, getting rid of the trash, getting rid of the stuff that is in the way of seeing what you really want to do, that is helpful in decluttering. So decluttering isn't always about the big declutter. It's not always about making a big impact. Sometimes the little things that we accomplish and do with our decluttering can have just as big of an impact in the end, because we start seeing how we can move forward and proceed and make even more progress. So there you go. There are my bags 8 through 14. That is my week 2 update, and so hopefully it was helpful in motivating you guys a little bit as well. And now I'm going to go upstairs and start working on a poem for this, and I'm getting ready to cough. So love you guys. See you next time. Bye. 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4. I filled those bags and then 3 more. 5 bags, 6 bags, 7. Done. That's 7 bags in week 1. Little clutter, little bags. Line 'em up with numbered tags. Every bag with something in it. I'll have 40 when I'm finished. What you doing, Pumpkin? Yeah? Are you going to declutter some stuff? Yeah.